Welcome to part 2 of our adventure to the Changbai Mountains for the 2025 GWM Ice and Snow event. In today's episode, we see if these 4 drives can stand up to some tough treatment as we drift them around the snowy fields, experience traditional Chinese culture including ice fishing, and give this once-in-a-lifetime trip an epic finale to remember.
Good morning, it's day 2 of our trip to China in the snow. It's a little bit warmer today, which is so nice for us.
It is, and you wouldn't think you'd be able to feel the difference because it's still about minus 20 or something. But you actually do really feel the difference. Like I can hold the Osmo with my bare hand today and I'm not frozen within 10 seconds. So
that's definitely the biggest difference. Eh? It was like painful yesterday, like operate the cameras. So plan for today is we've just had a quick breakfast down at the kind of the accommodation food area here. And we're about to get on the bus and head back to the test drive area where we both get a go of, they're going to essentially give us free reign of these vehicles. So we get to jump in one, go
doing
for
the
a
same
spin.
track that we did yesterday when Dan was driving. And but this time we get to stop when we need to and get some B-roll. So hoping to get some epic footage today and epic photos because yesterday was so go, 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 go.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we come back for lunch to here, I believe, and then what?
Then this afternoon we are pretty sure up this direction here. I'm not sure if you can see those coloured tents in the background. We're going to be doing some cultural activities, including ice fishing, which sounds pretty awesome to us.
Yeah, and we've seen some people walking around today in like the traditional Chinese dress wear, I don't know what you call it, but like, I don't know, the type that you see in Chinese New Year celebrations, which is what we're supposed to be getting this afternoon. So really excited to see that. But anyway, so we're going to head off because it looks like everyone's starting to shift. So I think it's time to grab our gear and jump on a bus.
Sounds good.
We'll go test drive some more GWMs.
So we just jumped into a vehicle for Bianca to have her first test drive of one of these GWM vehicles. What are we in?
I don't know. We're in a ute. Whatever the ute version of this is, I actually don't know what it's called.
So I believe this is a Canon, one of the Canon models.
I think it's a Canon. I don't know because everything's in Chinese. And I don't know this full range. I kind of only knew the tank series. But yeah, I think this is a Canon. But either way, it's quite nice. My feet are frozen. I can't feel my toes because it was so cold outside in the snow, and I have been standing in deep snow. So I'm hoping they'll defrost. And getting used to the fact that the stick is here and not here. I think how many times I'm going to try and open my door instead of, I don't know, put it in park or something. That could be fun. But yeah, I'm a bit nervous. I've never driven on snow. I feel like it's going to be really slippery.
So essentially we're just going to be doing one quick lap of our little test drive area now to refamiliarise with left-hand drive and driving on the snow behind a lead car. Once we get back, we'll swap into a different car once again to get some more footage and go for a more elongated drive.
So I'm just checking out the rest of the car. Don't judge me if I crash.
All right, Bianca's going for it. First official meter in the Canon.
Oh, I'm so far left.
No accidents yet.
Shut up.
This feels weird, doesn't it?
Look at this bump. Did you even feel it? No, it's so smooth.
Pretty smooth. For a U, this is very smooth.
This is very smooth. I'm sorry, but this feels smoother than the D-Max.
I'm trying to see if they're if they're coil or leaf sprung in the rear. Oh no!
There's a little FPV drone on the ground.
Oh, it's so sad.
That was like right next to us.
I didn't quite get that in the recording, but a little FPV drone just came past and just smacked into one of the flags.
Straight into the flag.
Oh, this is so cool. How are you finding it?
Yeah, really enjoying it actually. It's not, I mean, this is very slow. We're just plodding along through some snow. It's nothing crazy, but I'm really surprised at how quickly my brain has adapted to driving on the left, and it's actually quite comfortable. This car is very comfortable to drive, and I'm finally starting to feel my toes again, so that's a nice touch. But just so crazy to be sitting here and I look out my window and there's like glittering, literally glittering snow on the ground.
Yep.
It's so weird. I would like to see someone do this up the same way we've done the D-Max up and put it through the same stuff and see how it goes, because I don't know, I'm very patriotic to Australia, and the terrain we have there I feel is very hard on cars, and no doubt the snow and mountains and stuff are just as hard in other ways. You know, like maybe the D-Max wouldn't do very well here at all because it would just freeze, right? But I wonder how these would go over the insane corrugations and, you know, the dust and the heat and everything else. You know, like how would they really fare? And how would they fare with like a, you know, 800 kilo canopy set up on the back?
Yeah. Bit of an update, Bianca's lane positioning is pretty much spot on, whereas I was struggling to stay in the correct wheel line yesterday, converting to a left-hand drive vehicle. So well done, good overseas driver.
So I just finished my first lap in this Canon in the Ute. It was really, really good. Obviously my first time driving in snow, it was very slow and controlled, but really, really comfortable car to drive. Super easy, dare I say easier than the D-Max, but it is an auto, so I can't judge it too harshly. But really, really comfy. The suspension seemed really good. It was not at all jarring, and there was a few little bumps and sections around there. Plenty of power. You put your foot down and it's got go, but not like really abrupt, so you don't like hit the pedal and it suddenly surges forward. So that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed driving it actually, and I want to have a drive of the one that we had yesterday.
Another drive, another GWM vehicle, currently in the Haval H7.
Yes.
And Bianca is once again at the wheel.
This is a very luxurious car. So smooth.
Yeah. They were saying this is kind of like the entry range, I suppose, or like they're targeted towards the younger people, these Haval cars.
Little bumps here, let's see how we go.
Oh, not bad. A bit bumpier than the others, but not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. It feels like it's a bit more sporty suspension.
Yeah.
You know, like a bit more rigid. Very comfortable to drive, and I feel like it's got plenty of power. Brakes are very good.
Another big massive screen in the center here.
Absolutely. So we have been test driving this morning and finally got given the reins, a little bit looser reins, and in true Aussie style we are giving them an actual run for their money. So obviously we've got a group of Aussies with some 4 drives in snow. What more are you going to do?
covered in snow, so cold, but having the most amount of fun.
This is not the best thing ever. My hands are frozen. So we just had the most epic time, but oh my God, we've ruined this car on the inside.
Oh my God.
We have coated it with snow, including my very expensive camera, which thankfully seems okay. I'm just gonna let him defrost. But like, honestly, look at this leather interior and it's like, there's piles of snow. Literally, oh my God.
It was coming through the window like onto my
We
face.
probably shouldn't have had the windows down. The front has not fared much better. I sat in this seat so all the snow has been compacted, but like,
And look in the center.
it's a good decent chunk of snow.
Yep.
All of that's melting now.
Yeah, that was covered in snow a couple of minutes ago.
And if you have a look at Daniel, I think you might still have frozen hair.
I'm still covered in snow.
Daniel's still covered in snow.
And there was
if you
like
have a look,
ice on this side of my
There's
head.
still ice just here. It is, his hair is frozen, like actually ice.
But what an insane experience. We keep having to pinch ourselves. We're here in China,
Look at this view,
drifting
guys.
these brand new left-hand drive four-wheel drives in this snow just here.
We are just grinning ear to ear.
Absolutely.
Because that was the most epic fun that I have ever had in a car.
Yeah.
And to do it in the snow and ice with that as a backdrop.
Yep, in such a
and
beast of a car. This is
this
my
car-
favorite of the range. Maybe because we just had so much fun in it, but honestly, the size, the power, just the aesthetics of it, absolute winner. We are
Love
big
it.
fans of the good old Tank 400.
Daniel, if you film me, I want to show them my favorite part of these cars. Watch just here. Watch this. How nice is that?
That's very cool. So apologies to GWM for absolutely abusing your car through the snow, but we had an absolute blast.
And honestly, if they can survive that, I don't know. And it was so stable out there. Like when I was
Yeah.
watching people, I was like, oh man, like there's some deep ruts. Like you got to be a bit careful. Like what if you tilt over? But when you're out there, man, nah, you just can't
Yeah,
see
and I'd
it.
slide into some like
Snows.
deeper snow spots, like expecting
and
it
I'd be
to
like, oh, well,
bog
I'm bogged
down.
now, and it
just
goes
powers out.
And powers out.
Yeah.
That's amazing power. And you put your foot down, it just goes.
Yeah,
So smooth.
so much fun. We are absolutely
Oh.
stoked. So to wrap up this GWM Ice and Snow event, we've just been participating in a few cultural activities.
Yeah.
We did some cultural painting where Bianca got to paint her
write,
name. Did you get named?
I did. I got given a Chinese name, which was Peaceful Song, which sounds ironically like anger. It's like anga.
It's like, I'm going to give you a name that suits you. Anger.
No, it's anga.
Anga.
Which an means peaceful or calm, and g means song. So it's like you sing about peace or something, which I thought definitely very fitting for a chaotic person.
It's been such a fun experience. We also did, we made these traditional Chinese desserts.
There was sugar, hardened sugar, but you had like draw of them. And so the lady drew me one with a dog, because I was in 1994 baby, so the year of the dog. And then Daniel had a great grade and wrote GWM, but then it was backwards.
I wrote GWM and then picked it up on the stick and it kind of mirrors it. And so I wrote GWM backwards. So that was a bit of a fail.
And now we're heading ice fishing and it's just gorgeous and we are loving this.
It's the most beautiful weather today. It's about 10 degrees warmer than yesterday, or maybe even more than that.
It's about negative 12, negative 13.
No gloves, we're still blowing steam out of our mouths, but
it's still very cold.
No gloves, I've got no jumper underneath.
It was. And oh my God,
warmer.
this place is pretty.
What do you reckon, Bianca, next camping rig?
Yeah, totally.
Beast right behind us there. Well, I haven't got anything yet, but I'm using a very advanced technique of slightly lifting the rod, and then slightly lowering the rod, and then a slightly lift, and a slightly lower. I'm sure a big barramundi is just around the corner. But we're sitting in a lovely little tent here with a air fan heater in the corner.
Yeah.
Running up some 230 volt power. Tell you what, it's living the dream. We're also not sure which way you're supposed to hold these, because we feel like they should be right-handed, which would mean they're held like this, but now the handle definitely looks upside down, which would mean you'd have to hold it this way.
And then it's left-handed.
And now it's a left-handed rod. But maybe that's the case. Maybe there's left-handed rods.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the
and maybe
type
you yank with the right hand, it's like, ugh, and then, I don't know, just figuring it out.
And Daniel's bait's not in the water anymore.
Why aren't I catching anything?
So it is time to wrap up our 2 and a bit days that we've had in China, and oh my God, what an adventure.
What an unbelievable experience. This is like so much more than we ever expected, and we're just so grateful to be a part of this awesome event.
Yeah, so what's your favorite part?
Oh my God, that is so hard because everything has been so unpredictable, unexpected, amazing, and just a life-changing experience.
Right.
I suppose to narrow it down to one, I mean, it has to be just like drifting those cars.
Yeah.
Like in a new country, driving a brand new left-hand drive vehicle, a very capable vehicle at that, and sliding it sideways through a field of snow.
Yep.
Something we never thought ever had the opportunity to do, and that was absolutely the highlight for me. But honestly, it's all been so fantastic.
No, definitely, and that was probably going to be my highlight as well. So that is definitely one of my probably my favorite thing.
Yep.
My second favorite thing was probably the fireworks last night and just the festivities. Like, I don't know, Chinese culture, they do it differently here. They're so much more inclusive and together and all about being happy, and it just feels really cool. And even though the
everyone
whole time,
having a great time.
Yeah, everyone's just having fun. Like most of the time we're like, what on earth is going on? Like, I'm so confused. But you're laughing and grinning the whole time. So,
you can't not get wrapped up in that excitement.
No,
it's so good.
It was, and getting to hold a firework was pretty awesome.
Yeah, watching the fireworks and then just being handed one to launch yourself. So something very foreign for us Australians, but such a life-changing experience. So I suppose that leads us on to extending a massive, heartfelt thank you to GWM for including us in this insane event. We constantly have to pinch ourselves that they chose us to be a part of this awesome couple of days.
Yeah, and it's just been crazy. Like, they have been such an amazing company to work with in person. Like, it was so quickly organised and whatnot. And look, a lot of this felt pretty unorganised in terms of things just happen. But
it's just so fast paced.
Yeah, but they were so amazing. They have treated us like VIPs the entire time, made sure that everything we need is there, and we've been interviewed by a million different people, and it's just been this whirlwind of an adventure.
Things like when my suitcase didn't arrive, they helped me out from the get-go in trying to find that suitcase, but also make sure I had sufficient gear to withstand the couple of days in comfort. So cannot thank them enough for all they've done for us.
Very friendly, yeah. So absolutely love this. Thanks so much to GWM because without that, and also their car range turned out to be really impressive.
We are genuinely so impressed. Like when we're just like sliding around sideways in that Tank 400,
I'll tell you what, I want one of those cars.
These are really nice cars.
Yeah.
Plenty of power, plenty of comfort. So very happy with that.
Yeah. So I guess we are wrapping up. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed coming along on this crazy random adventure that's just popped up out of nowhere.
We know this is like a little bit different to our usual content. So we hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm sure programming will resume back to usual shortly, but this was just a glimpse into what we can't believe is our life right now.
So we fly back to Australia today. I am so sad to say goodbye to the snow, to the point that I'm just staying outside the entire time despite not feeling my fingers or toes anymore.
We've come up to this lovely lookout, which gives us a beautiful view of Changbai Mountain behind us. I'm not sure if you can see that.
The camera might not pick it up because if it can, oh my God, the dynamic range is epic. But yeah, like, it's just amazing. It's incredible. So anyway, we hope to catch you guys next time. We'll be back in Australia in the lovely, hot, dry, desert-like terrain.
Yep.
And geez, what a change that's going to be from this.
Absolutely. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Happy camping. What's arrived, Daniel?
My suitcase, it's finally arrived home with a lot more tags than it left with. You can see it's been all over the globe. But it's finally home. So I got my snow gear, my snow boots in the 40-degree summer heat here in Perth. Good place to have it.
Just what you need.
Yeah, it's just nice to finally have the suitcase back.
And we can finally get all our chargers back.
I know, I've been trying to charge my poor laptop using this like miscellaneous USB-C chargers, which don't put enough charge in compared to what I'm using. So finally get that back, get our spare tripod back, get our microphones back, get all our like toiletry gear back. Just good to have it home.
Let's open her up. Oh, look how nicely it was packed.
I know. I haven't seen this stuff since we were literally here. The snow boots that never were. Oh well, good to have it back, and that finally marks an end to this chapter.